Okay, folks, this is Colin from Kincaid Outdoors. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but I'm going to be showing you guys a few things that I've picked up recently in the last month at the D.A.V Thrift Store in Des Moines over by East University, just over by the Iowa State Fairgrounds. Um, One of the items have already set up over here, which would be the Light Fighter 1 tent. Now, it is supposed to be a multi-purpose freestanding tent. One of the options I cannot show you right now because I attempted to use one of the options that it has for um, uh, sitting on top of a cot. Well, while I do have a cot set up here, it turns out that my cot is a little small compared to the military style that is used to. So I don't have a military style one here at the moment. So I just set it up here on the ground. I will be showing you guys here shortly what this thing is going to do. Now, hey Rob, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. Let me get my battery plugged in here so that way we'll be able to keep myself charged and going here. I am going to be moving my camera around a bit, so you're going to be able to see things, hopefully, a little bit better. It is a little windy, folks, so you're just going to have to bear with me. I don't have everything set up. I only have a few things. So I do plan on setting up my camp chair, which I cannot sit on because I can't get down on my knee, and maybe my something else. I'll have to wait and see what we have time for. So right now, the only two things I've got set up is the Colan cot that I picked up, which is, Ian's got one that's very similar. About it. Simple. Colan. Myself where I keep camera. See the name there. It's just simple folding Coleman, and it wasn't too expensive. I paid so hard to see, but it says $5.95 on it. But I actually, with my discount, probably $4.74. So that's that for that one. I do have a couple of sleeping pads I'm going to try, but with this wind, I'm kind of weary about it. That's why I didn't try putting up another one of my tarps because it's freaking windy out here. And also, it's 90 degrees, so it's a little warm. If you can hear me, let me know how my sound is. I'm not sure how it's sounding, so bear with me. And Rob, please share this out. I want to, keep on going. I may have to go back behind my camera here to show you some things, but to give you some context, that is the Light Fighter 1. It is fairly large in its construction, as you can see. This is actually bigger. Sorry about the sun. It's bigger footprint wise, which I have the footprint right here. It's upside down, but I'm using it for my hold my battery in before I keep my phone charged. Then my French Army Commando tent, except my French Army Commando tent is not freestanding. I did have to stake this down due to the wind, and I did find one flaw as of right now when I was setting up the rainfly. Nothing extravagant, nothing that's going to be catastrophic or anything like that. It does kind of limit it on how I open the doors, as you over here in the vestibules. But other than that, it seems fairly, very roomy. The vestibules are very large, and there's two of them, one on each side. So that would be great to sort of stuff on the left and right side because there's doors on the left and right side. If you want really more detailed information on this, Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review did do a review on this particular tent, which he gave high marks to. Um, I have not had this out in the rain. This is technically the first time I've actually had it out of the bag and set up. Like this has got extremely long. It probably fits the whole cot I just showed you inside, but I don't want I'm very short. I'm only 5'8". But now getting in and out might be a little bit of a challenge for me. But then again, when Luke is 5'4", he's 4 inches shorter than I am. And I can understand why he would find this very roomy. Um, just standing next to me, sorry about that. You can't see me unless I turn my camera right into the sun, which is really suck. So bear with me, folks. I'm going to try to get this thing tilted down as far as I can without getting blinded by you. You get blinded. Okay, here's the top of the tent. There's my waist. So it's about 3.5, about 40 inches tall. And there is an adapter thing you can add to this one to make it a 4-season tent. I don't intend to do that. I will have a reason to be out all weather. Now, this, I don't know if I have it completely set up right. Like I said, the first time I've ever set it up. It is really light, very compact. The bag is only like this big. It comes with a storage option. This is the option for the light butter one bag. And this one is like about $60 just by itself. The stakes are from my Big Agnes. So that one is not, the stakes I have, it did not come with stakes. And the one flaw that I found is one of the toggles. One of the toggles that you usually use to open the rain fly in order to get in and out, the glue came undone. Probably because of heat, most likely. Um, Came off on that side of the tent as I was trying to set it up. So it's not much of an inconvenience because I don't mind getting out on one side. I can move it on either side depending on which way I want to face it. But as it stands, it still works as a rain fly. It still doesn't interfere with what it needs to do. I'll find a way to reattach these without interfering with the process. But it is fairly windy out here, probably about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Probably, yes. The only tent that I would probably think that would work better with this one than this one is the other one I picked up, which my Big Agnes covers for two, which is slightly bigger and taller than this one. It is a very nice, well put together tent. Um, Now, this one might be the one I put in my bug out bag due to the fact that it is self-contained and everything else. Now, it does have an option for putting on top of military cots. I tried it on the cot that I have here, but my cot is too small, too narrow, and not long enough. Now, I will be putting the dimensions and everything else of this tent in the description below after this slide. I will also tell you where to get it and how much it costs normally. I paid, see, what did I pay? I believe it was $5.95 I paid for this one. That was the most expensive tent that I picked up. I only picked up 2 tents, but, and I do got some tarp tents, which that was one of the ones I did last week. Now, this one, like I said, fairly large. It is literally this wide, way past my shoulders, and with the sleeping pads that I have available to me, that would, handle all my gear and myself without issue. And like the Luke said, let's say if the rain, he didn't have any leaks. I have not tested this one, but I am probably sure that if it's anything like what Luke described, it is really going to do well. I do like the fact that it does come with a footprint. I don't have it under there right now because I don't plan on leaving it very long. Because after this live, I will tear it down and pack it away. But I have it does come with a light fighter one ground sheet, which is right here. I'm just using it to hold my battery for I can charge my phone to keep my life going. Oh yeah, most likely. Right now we don't have any rain. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. There is a Cessna overhead. Um, I do have quite a few other tarps and tents and other things, tarps that I can. I'll show you. There's one thing about this; it's all self-contained right now. Now this is some of the items. I'm not sure if you can see them or not. I can't tell if I can see them or not. Let me tilt this back a little bit. Oh, yeah. Please forgive me if I can't see very well because it is bright out here. Oh yeah, here again. You can see all this stuff right here. Now, this is the copper fur that I used last week for the exception of the snake which I am using for the. Also did, no, one of my. The thing is, it was a dynamic. This one here. This one here. This one here is the door. This right here with my chair. Now, I did pick up another chair for Ian that doesn't it's about the same size, but not the same weight. There's Jenny. Say hi to Ron. She's doing laundry. Now, this is self-contained. Got only two pieces. Kind of spiders out, as you can see, but it fits together really quick. And as I told you before, with my knee being what it is, I cannot get into this chair as yet. But the key word in that sentence is yet. I'm sorry about the voice. I will try to see what I can do. See if I can turn the volume up a little bit. Maybe that might help. Uh, Let me see what I can do about. Oops, can't do that. I can't turn up my mic at the moment. There, Rob. So bear with me. I am trying to get this thing situated where you can see me better. Can you hear me now? Put a one in the chat if you can still hear me, or is it still too windy? Or two where it's too windy. This is the one I got. It's the Helinox. This is about $150 chair, and it, according to my son who used it, good. According to my son, when he used it at the Iowa Renaissance Fair a couple weeks ago. He got it out of the tent where I brought everything with me. He said it was very comfortable and everything else. So he got one of his own, and I am totally messing this up. I had it upside down. It weighs next to nothing. I will put the link for this one as well as anything else that I have a link for that I showed you. There it is. Not too big, very light. Like I said, I cannot physically sit into it right now because of my knee, but I will definitely be taking that with me on my next backpack. Like I said, that's the Helinox. I can't show you any links or anything like that right now because I will have to do that in the future. I also was going to do one more of my tarps. Jenny's being violent over here. But if you hear helicopters and planes in the background, there is a NASCAR race going on over at the racetrack. So, and it's like literally 1 mile that way. You have any questions, Rob? Oh, Rob wants you to go tell the wind to go play in another yard. Tell him. Okay, that's what. If you heard that, she says, then our laundry won't get dry if we tell the wind to go to another place. I wish we had more people in here, Rob, but that's what we got. Uh, yes, this is the Molly compatible one. As you can see, it's got the Molly webbing. Sorry about the. Let me see if I can turn this around where you can actually see what you're doing. I'll try to go in the shade a little bit where you can see a little better. Okay, here we go. Tilt it down a little bit. Yeah, as you can see, it is Molly compatible. It does have straps where I can go around and snap it through the loops at the bottom of a pack, which I'll probably be doing with my bug out bag or something like that. So it is fairly large. It's got two pockets, two large pockets, one big pocket for the tent, one for the little Velcro one for the stakes and or the footprint, and a bigger one for the poles. Like I said, this is a option, and I'm glad that I got it. Like I said, this is the most expensive tent next because exception of the copper spur, because the copper spur was broken down into pieces parts. I had to pay a little bit more for those, but I got them all together now. So I'm going to get some more stakes to go with this one. That way it'll have its own stakes. It takes a total of 6 stakes to hold it down, one in each corner and the 2 vestibules. Yes, that's my trailer. Now, I'm not sure who just came in, but hi, thanks for coming. I'm just going over the Light Fighter One tent. Like I said, I've had only one issue with it, and was with the rain fly, but I think that was due to heat exposure, which I can totally try to get a handle on and fix. Um, one of the toggles came off, that the tie back. Looks like the glue came undone. as you can see. Easy fix. Just put it back in the holes and glue it. Going to get me some waterproof glue to make sure it stays and without interfering with the waterproofing of the entire structure. Then it'll be perfectly fine. I did put three things together. I did put my Helinox chair together. I do have the Coleman folding cot. The cot, by the way, is fairly small, really light compared to some things. Oh, I'll show you the stakes. Give me a second. The stakes I have at currently, like I said, the ones that I got for the my copper spur, which are these red ones. I am going to be changing these out for the tri stakes. I'm going to pick up some orange ones for the copper spur, and for this one, I'm going to pick up some black ones. I apologize for saying a lot. I'm thinking, but like I said, I only need 6 stakes for that one. It won't cost me very much, and I just picked those up pretty much from Walmart. And for the price point for this one is over $400, while the copper spur is over $500. I will be posting the prices and the locations where you can purchase these normally on the link below. I got 3 items up here, so I have got a bunch of stuff still to go, and I have to worry about watching out for the wind at the moment, because the poles you saw sitting up there where Jenny's actually putting up laundry on right now is where I attach my ridge lines to. I was thinking about that. These are fairly long. These are probably about a little over 6 to 7 inches long. Sorry. Let me see. Yeah, these are about 7 inches long. If my hand's like 4 inches wide. And because my thumb's 3 inches long, my palm is 4 inches wide. So these are about 7 inches long. So I'm gonna try to get the stakes, the tri stakes about the same thing. But I'm gonna try to say black for the light fighter, unless someone suggested something else, because I didn't see any other colors that I liked that would complement those. I do have an extra tent bag, which I'm going to be using for that. Not sure where it went to at the moment, but I do have it somewhere, probably in the living room. Hey Heath, how you doing? Let me show you something that I picked up. Let me turn my thing around here. Give me a second here. This is the Light Fighter 1 military tent. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to keep myself on camera, the tent on camera as much as I can. It is a 1-person tent. It's got really large vestibules, as you can see. That is the edge of the tent. It goes from right here, from this corner here, straight across. Because you'll see it on this side. As you can see on this side, the vestibule is fairly large. There are 2 entrances, one on each side. It is fairly large on the inside. I am not going to be able to go inside to show you very well unless I take the camera off and walk you in. And I can't get down on my knees to get in there, unfortunately. That's my injury at the moment. But I paid $474 for this one, I think. Until I picked up my copper spur, this was the most expensive tent I picked up. It comes with everything but the stakes. I don't know what happened to the stakes originally, so I am going to be picking up some new ones for this one. Better ones than these. These are the ones that came with the copper spur. I do plan on replacing these with better stakes as well. Now, another thing I have picked up is a Helinox camp chair. I paid $295 for that one. Hey, Hoga, how you doing? Now, I also have a Coleman cot. I paid $695 for that, but that was a separate day, not the same package all of these. Now, I was showing you guys, showing Rob earlier. Give me a second here. Watch, mind the laundry. Is this stuff here? It's not all of it, but pretty close to everything I picked up. There's a few things that I don't have in here at the moment, such as the. Give me a second here. I'm trying to tilt things back here a little bit where you can see it. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not, but oops, sorry, that's on me. There we go. Now, I have a Copper Spur 2 from Big Agnes. I have quite a few different other tarps. A lot of these came from hammockgear.com. This one is the tent tarp with doors, also from Hammock Gear. I did that one last week. If you want to go back and look at that one, it is on one of my live histories. I've got a War Bonnet Eldorado hammock. That's not the hammock, actually. The hammocks are in the black bags. I got a Terra Nova Competition 2, the number 2 tarp, which I have not put that one up yet. The underground Hanger 11. Please forget me. It's hard to do this one-handed and where you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, I'm not sure how well you guys can see this, but this one cost $2.95 normally. I got paid $1.74 for it due to my discount. This one's the War Bonnet Cloudburst tarp, which I'll be doing a review on it, with as well as the Terra Nova and a couple of the others, including the Mountain Fly center pole mod. I have no idea what that one's about yet. Haven't opened it up. This is the one I'm really interested in. Is my Z-Pax Hexamid tarp. A lot of these did come from hammockgear.com. Some have ropes, some do not. The hammock, actually, this one is actually in here, but I do not have hammock straps, so I can't hang that one up. And I am going to be doing this one in the front yard where we actually have trees. This is the tarp that goes over that one, so they're going to be kept together. I also have a Superfly center mod. Also cost me $1.74. And all my gear together that I picked up from the D.A.V thrift store is over $2,000. Now, the exact number amount I have not calculated yet. There is a few other items I have that I don't have here that's in the house still. It is one of the things is Jenny's Thermarest sleeping pad, and the sorry about the racetrack noise. Please forgive me. Can't stop it. Is I got 3 camp pillows. One from Cedar Summit, which Ian glommed onto because he liked the color purple, and 2 of the climate ones, the extra large and the Luxe versions. I claim the Luxe one because it's the biggest one, and the Luxe, the extra large X type is for Jenny. Those I paid like $1 a piece for those. So, but this one here is the Big Agnes Q-Core SL sleeping pad. I have, and it's a R value of 4.5. I have not put that one up. I was planning on doing it today, but due to the fact of the rain, the wind, I'm a little afraid to attempt it. I gotta set the thing up like this. See a little better. I don't know about that. You might be getting something, Rob, because you already paid for one. One of the items that I don't have out here is something that Rob himself has purchased from me. Well, let me correct myself. He sent me the money to purchase for him as sort of an agent over here. So I have it in there. It is a Big Agnes 3-wire bivvy. I am not setting that one up because it does not belong to me. Please forgive me. I'm trying to get myself out of the sun here where you guys can see me better. Sorry about the big guys here. Let's see. What if I turn myself this way? Oh, there we go. That's a little better. Now, so there we go. You guys have any questions that I've showed you so far? The One of the things, like I said, the Helinox right here, it didn't cost me much at all. It was in this bag right here. A lot of the bags came from Hammock Gear. And this one here, I'm not sure if that's the price still on it. I believe this was like $1.95 for the I paid for this. And then buying this brand new is $150. It weighs next to nothing. I could get into it, but I can't guarantee I can get back up. So what do you guys think so far? Any questions? And if you want me to go back over the tent, I can do that. I will probably take you off the tripod for that. That way I can show you more about the tent itself. Like I said, with the exception of this side over here, on this side, it did lose one of the toggles that holds back the rainfly to open it up. But since I don't plan on using both sides, it doesn't really matter to me. It's just going to be me anyway. So I just pick a side and go that route. Let me do that. So give me a second here. We're going hands-free here, folks. There we go. Now, there's the Light Fighter 1. I paid $5.95 through the D.A.V Thrift Store, but with my discount biz, being a veteran, I got it for $474. Now, this goes for over $400, brand new. So, considering I got it, it was a donation to the D.A.V Thrift Store, and I purchased it. Every donation helps disabled veterans. So, it's always good. What's good for me is even better for the veterans. I have got to sit down for a second, folks. There we go. I don't have my computer up and running right now, except for in the living room, so I'm not able to type. You guys have any? Can you hear me okay? If you can, please place a 1 in the chat. It is loud for me, and I'm out here, so I can't imagine what it sounds like to you guys. So please let me know. We are going to do. I'm doing this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. Okay, bully. Okay. Now, I do have. Well, let's see if you guys can see. That's a lot of stuff right there. I know I've only gone through not even a third of what I have yet. I was not able to pick up any backpacking stoves or anything like that. I did get 1 water filter, but I gave that to Jenny. I did pick up 1 hydration pack, brand new in the bag for Jenny. It was a 3-liter. It's in the house. That's hers. I'm not going to have to worry about it because I've got my own. I carry it in my truck. No, it's not. It's owned and operated by veterans, disabled American veterans. Everything that the D.A.V makes goes to helping out disabled American veterans all across the United States. I am 100% behind this shop as a veteran myself, and we actually employ. We got a Vietnam vet. We have another 2 Vietnam vets, and me, and probably a couple others, but most of it's owned and operated by veterans. Sorry I would go up here, but it's kind of hard for me to hold this up. Bear with me. Thank you, Huga. Now, Like I said, I do have a couple of sleeping pads I need to check out. I have tested out the two of the camp pillows. The Lux one is my favorite because it's big, it's firm. I can make it as decent as I can. I have not tried the Q-Core sleeping pad as of yet. I've only used Thermarest in my previous hiking trips. So that's going to be a new one on me. I was going to do it today, but with the wind, I'm afraid it might blow away. But like I said, that's the Light Fighter one. It's really light. It's easy to set up. It's a freestanding tent. Only reason I staked it down, which I would normally not have to do, is due to the fact of the wind. Um, if it wasn't windy, I would just stake out the vestibules, and they have. Well, I could probably walk over here a little bit easier with you now. I tried to turn my camera around, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. Let me see what I can do here. Oops. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just going this way because it's just a little bit easier at this time. Fairly large in here, as you guys can see. This has actually got a bigger footprint when it's stretched out proper. Bigger footprint than my French Army Commando tent that I normally carry for my bug out gear. And I use that as a trekking pole tent. I took away the regular poles that it uses, and I made it as legally light as possible. But this beats that. I'm the only one that beats this, and that is the Copper Spur 2. But that's just saying so much. It's got high reviews and high marks from Luke from the Outdoor Gear Review. Let me see about getting this one up for you. It's got two zippers. We can go up or down. So let me get this open because it's got Velcro on here. So I don't have to unload it very much. As you can see, it's got a C-pattern door. You can almost completely open and fold back. And I can put it up and freestand it as without the inner tent at all. If I don't want to. That way you could just use the rainfly as a shelter onto itself. It probably will eventually. I've got enough room because the property we have goes so right there, all the way over to right there where that you can see where the grass ends, and it goes all the way back to that fence back there. But in our back of our house, our fire pit. But right now it looks like I'm ready to go to Woodstock, sort of. But yeah. But I need to sit down. But a good thing I had my chair set up for this purpose. Let me turn my camera back around. Give me a second. Yeah, there we go. And I'm back. Thank you. We only pay like $295, $925. Sorry, dyslexia, for the entire house and yard. That's one reason I don't want to live in Des Moines because of the rate. I can also shoot. I got my my archery targets down at the moment, but it's right. I'll give you a second. It's right on the other side of there. It got knocked down by something. I recently picked up a trail cam. I just need to pick up more batteries and a micro SD card for it, so I can. Sorry for being so close. So I can set up my trail cams on my poles back here, as you can see, facing my deer, which got knocked down. Definitely. It's got a full basement with laundry room and an extra bathroom down there. And we're planning on turning that into a game room. We got a back porch right here that's somewhat finished. Needs a little work. The whole house needs a little work. It's based off a World War II track home. It needs some TLC, and we're going to try to give it as much as we can. Um, yeah. But this is why I love this place. I'm planning on putting in my workshop in the shed back here. Shed right here. Let me move my hand out of the way. Shed right there. So I can start making arrows and stuff in there. Now, I have approximately about 5 to 8 tarps that I need to go through. I got the tent tarp. I got the competition one. I've got the Hexamid, the Z-Pax Hexamid. I've got a few others that I have not gone through yet. But I'm going to be going through all those. I just got to wait for the wind to die down. It's just a little bit of windy right now. And yes, you guys can hear the racetrack. Some people may find that annoying. I actually don't. I find it kind of comforting. What do you guys think? And still, can you hear me? Where I grew up, down southeast Iowa, Rob, was near in Eddyville, was Iowa's fastest 8th-mile drag strip, and it was like this every Friday and Saturday night. This is a NASCAR race, by the way, folks. So somewhere out there on the World Wide Web or somewhere other cable channel, there's somebody uh, broadcasting the results of that race live. I have no idea who's racing or whatever, but that's what it is. But this is not a racing program. This is a thrift shop video. So you guys tell me. You guys want to see more tarps? You want to see what other stuff I can acquire? Um, I've got a sizable collection here that I still got to go through. I went through 3 of the items I picked up, and I did 2 last week, 3 this week, and I still got quite a bit left. And if I'm talking too fast, please forgive me. I'm doing the best I can. Yes, one of the items is going for my regular backpacking one, and that's going to be the one with the Copper Spur 2 in it. That's my backpacking one for my backpacking trips. The This one here is going to be for my bug out bag. Jenny is actually going to get the hammock and everything. Only thing it doesn't have is she does not have a underquilt. It does have a cover for the underquilt, but no underquilt. And she does not. I just picked her up a Kelty sleeping bag that she can use in her uh, hammock. But I still need to get the straps. I do not have the hammock straps as of yet. I'm going to be going over to Walmart and picking up some really cheap ones, like 14, $15. That way I can set that. I might try that one next week in the front yard because I got 2 large maple trees, silver maple trees that I want to try doing that there because of I'd rather use a real tree for those. Now I might try to do some other ones with the ridgeline tarps, which a lot of these are ridgeline tarps. I'm not sure exactly the configurations as of yet because I've never set any of them up before. Last week the tarp tent was the only first one I've ever set up, and that was also the first time I ever set up the Big Agnes Copper Spur 2 as well. But like I said, this one's going for my bug out bag. I'm going to probably use the Z Packs Hexamid for my get home bag because it's lighter than the tarp I already own. I did actually pick up an extra two-person footprint for a Big Agnes tent, which I'm probably going to end up using for one of the under the tarps as a floor, so-called floor, to give myself a little bit of a cushion off the moisture on the ground if necessary. Um, I don't know if it's going to be big enough or small enough or whatever for that purpose, but I'm gonna have to wait and see. I don't have a proper sleeping bag set up for that sleeping system, but I'm working on it. I do have a sleeping pad. That's my Q core. That's just part of it, not the entire thing. Now that may stay with my the Q core may stay with my backpacking gear because it's smaller and lighter than what I've already carried. I do have an old thermarest that I have been using that might go with my bug out bag, but due to size and weight constructions, I got to do the best I can. I'm not going super light. I generally run about backpacking wise. I run a little heavy because I mean, I'm old. I like my comfort. Um, but bug out bag wise, I'm going with what I can fit in there. And by the way, I can fit two people in that easy, easy fit two people. Jenny and I. Um, I'm a side sleeper anyway, and just you try to push it if we need to. That's going to be great for two. But I generally do that. My copper spur 2 is much bigger, taller, and meant for two people. But it's actually just a titch lighter than that. Not by much, but still lighter. I just got to get it configured into one bag with the stakes, ropes, and poles, and fly, and ground sheet. And I didn't know it had a ground sheet with it already, but I got lucky with that. But as you can see, it's got a fairly large vestibule on either side. It's got plenty of room for a person to even sit up. And I'm a little on the shorter side. Um, yeah, that's good. I'm going to be doing a lot with that. Now, what would you guys use some of this stuff for? I mean, like I said, I've got two tent setups and one hammock setup. I'm not a hammock guy any way, shape, or form. I don't like sleep. I'd rather sleep on the ground because I can't fall off the ground when I'm on the ground already. So, and I haven't tried out the Q Core yet. I'm looking forward to trying it out and seeing how comfortable it is. I may try to setting it up on my cot right there and see if it works. But like I said, due to the wind, I was afraid it might blow away because it is fairly windy today. It is. I'm lucky that I'm in the shade right now because it is hot. Well, then I might try doing that. It's a good idea, Rob. I've just got to pick the best one of the ones I have. I do like the Z packs because of how light it is. It is a Dyneema style tent. Um, I do have one that the tent tarp one is 12 feet long. Now that might fit that extra ground sheet that I have. So I put that one in along with sorry, with the Z packs in along with that ground sheet plus the Q core possibly and a couple other things which might work out well. Oh, I'm sure it's more of it's a one person tent. Give her, you know, that's why I would love to use the Copper Spur 2 for a bug out one, but it's too colorful, literally. It's literally orange. So, I'm not, I mean, while it would be really light, easy to carry, not so much something. Oops, sorry about my finger being in the way. Please forgive me. Um, it's light, easy to carry, but it stands out like a sore thumb, and it's got plenty of room for two people in gear. That's why I was thinking about just keeping that one for my bug out bag for me, because I'm setting up two different bug out bags, one for me, one for her, and my boy's on his own. He asked me not to help make him one, so I'm try to respect that, because we got to be able to get home. If and the only way we won't be able to get home is unless all the trucks die. We did pick up something really interesting yesterday when we went curb finds in Windsor Heights, Iowa. Picked up the bicycle. Right? Bicycle right there. We also picked up about 4 or 5 fishing poles, and Ian got some really good hiking clothing, which he thought was hunting clothing because it was one of them was called Huntington. He actually fell in love with a Dickies hoodie, which he hasn't stopped taking off. When it's 90-degree heat, he's wearing combat boots, combat pants, a green army military shirt, and a military hat, and a Dickies coat, and with 3 layers on, and he's like making me die of sweat. It's not a pushback. This one here is a Shimano uh, Pacific. We picked it off the curb. It's going to take. It just needs a new hand grips and maybe some oil on the chain and a kickstand. Um, we do have an extra Shimano that might have the kickstand for it, so we just transfer that and maybe the hand grips. But the other one's missing some spokes and stuff that's not making it functional. So that's going to be my wife's bike. I have my own bike, so in case we need a bike out somewhere, we're going to have that taken care of. So I'm currently rocking a Kelty backpack because I picked it up at work and it was a really decent price and it fit this body as is without any feeling of tightened. I can wear the waist belt with no issue. I can wear the shoulder straps and a chest strap all together. And while I didn't wear it under weight, it was more comfortable than my Ascend pack, which I'm going to give to Jenny for her pack because she doesn't have one yet. And since it was my old package, it's really good condition because I took care of it. She'll be able to carry everything she needs without any issues. Now, I don't know how far we would be able to get on bicycles. It does need air on the tires, which I did pick up some fix-up lat for my truck. I am going to get my truck fixed in the next week or so. It's got to order the parts, and that should be done somewhere either tonight or sometime this week, and have them ready. Hopefully, they'll be here shortly. I understand that myself. I usually rock about a 70-liter bag because I'd rather have the ability to carry more while not carrying more. It's with the exception, or having a smaller bag and being forced to carry too much. Now, like I said, I'll be carrying the majority of the weight, knee injury or no. If we're taking a bike, it's going to be less impact on my knee, but it's still going to hurt. But we do have 2 decent bicycles that we paid. I basically got for free for both of them, curb finds. Mine was from a yard sale someone just put free on, and that one was on a curb just getting ready to be donated to the trash dump. So we're trying to save things from being scrapped, and if we can use them, we use them. I'm not going to be able to go much longer, folks, because I've got to get this stuff cleaned up and I've got to take my boy back home. His mom is not able to come pick him up like usual. So I'm going to be cutting out of here shortly. Please give me a shout out. Let me know what you guys think. Um, I'm going to put the description below the links where all these items can be found, and the prices thereof. And I will try to pick out some new items for next week. And hopefully the weather is going to hold and not be as windy. It's starting to die down a little bit wind wise, but it is still majorly hot. About 90 degrees when we got home from eating my Father's Day thing. So if you're a dad, by the way, folks, happy Father's Day. Thank you for coming. And I'm going to be out of here shortly. Um, thank you. We do have some really good country up here. There was a really good backpacking trail up in northeastern Iowa. I would love to take you sometime, Rob. It is one of my favorite places to backpack. But as soon as I get this freaking knee fixed, I'm going to be start training to go back into that. So we're going to have to leave soon, folks, because I got to get packed up. Because I can't leave this stuff sitting out here overnight. Um, like I said, thank you for coming, Rob. I really appreciate it, brother. I love you guys all. And I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.